Hello friends. Previously in matrices, we have seen how to multiply a scalar and a matrix. For example, here is a matrix A. And if you want to multiply a constant to this matrix, let's say 3, then we have to multiply each element of this matrix by 3. That is, the matrix 3A will be the matrix in which each element of the matrix A will be multiplied by 3. So, this is the multiplication of a constant or a scalar with a matrix. At this point, it is quite natural for us to question how will we multiply two matrices, or what will happen if we multiply two matrices. Will we follow the same method as we did here, or will we follow a new method entirely? So now let's know how to multiply two matrices. Before we learn how to multiply two matrices, we should know that there are some necessary conditions that are required to multiply matrices. If you remember, two matrices can be added if and only if they are of the same order. Similarly, to multiply two matrices, there is a condition that needs to be satisfied by both the matrices. First, let's know that condition. Two matrices A and B can be multiplied in the same order if and only if the number of the columns of the matrix A is equal to the number of rows of the matrix B. Remember that the order is very important in multiplication. That is, we are multiplying A by B. So, A is the first matrix and B is the second matrix. So, these two matrices in the same order can be multiplied if and only if the number of columns of the first matrix, which is A, must be equal to the number of rows of the second matrix, which is B. So, this is the necessary condition required to multiply two matrices. Now, here are two matrices C and D. Is the product CD possible? For that, we have to check whether the number of columns of the matrix C is equal to the number of rows of the matrix D or not. As we can clearly see, the number of columns of the matrix C are 3 and the number of rows of the matrix D are also 3, which implies that number of columns of the matrix C is equal to the number of rows of the matrix D, which implies that the product of these two matrices in the order CD is possible. Now tell me whether the product DC is possible or not. So here we have changed the order this time. So now we have to check whether the number of columns of the matrix D, which is the first matrix this time, is equal to the number of rows of the matrix C, which is the second matrix. So, the number of columns of the matrix D are 2 and number of rows of the matrix C is 1, which implies that they are not equal. So, therefore, we can conclude that the product of the matrices D and C in the order DC is not possible. Now that we have known the condition for the multiplication of two matrices, let's learn the multiplication of two matrices now. We will learn it with the help of an example. So, here are two matrices A and B. Now, what's the first step in multiplying them? The first step is to check whether the multiplication is feasible or not. So for that, we have to check whether the number of columns of the matrix A is equal to the number of rows of the matrix B. As we can see, both of them are equal to 2, which implies that the product of these two matrices in the order AB is perfectly possible. Now let's start the multiplication process. Here is matrix A and here is matrix B, and here we will note the matrix AB, which is the product of these two matrices. Now for the first element, that is for the element in the first row and the first column of the matrix AB, we multiply each element in the first row of the matrix A with the corresponding element in the first column of the matrix B and then add them. So the element A subscript 1 1 of the product matrix AB will be equal to 3 multiplied by 2 plus 4 multiplied by 1. Now the element A12 of the matrix AB will be 3 multiplied by 3 plus 4 multiplied by 2. That is, we multiplied each element in the first row of the matrix A with the each element in the second column of the matrix B. So the element A12 of the matrix AB is 3 multiplied by 3 plus 4 multiplied by 2. Now what will be the element A13 of the matrix AB? For that, we have to multiply each element in the first row of the matrix A with the corresponding element in the third column of the matrix B. So the element A13 will be 3 multiplied by 5 plus 4 multiplied by 1. So these are the three elements in the first row of the matrix AB. There will not be any fourth element. Why? Because there are only 3 columns in the matrix B and there is no fourth column with which we can multiply the elements of the first row in the matrix A. So these 3 are the elements in the first row of the matrix AB. Now let's find the elements in the second row of the matrix AB. For the element A21, we have to multiply each element in the second row of the matrix A with the corresponding element in the first column of the matrix B. So the element A21 will be 5 multiplied by 2 plus 6 multiplied by 1. Similarly, the element A22 of the matrix AB will be 5 multiplied by 3 plus 6 multiplied by 2. And finally, the element A23 of the matrix AB will be 5 multiplied by 5 plus 6 multiplied by 1. Simplifying this, we finally get the matrix AB equal to 10, 17, 19, 16, 27, 31. So this is how we multiply two matrices. So in this multiplication process, we select the elements of each row of the first matrix and then we multiply them with the elements of the each column of the second matrix and then add them to get the elements of the product matrix. Now let's try one more example. So here are the matrices X and Y and we have to multiply them. Again, the most important step is to check the number of the columns of the matrix X and the number of rows of the matrix Y. We can clearly see that both of them are equal to 3, which implies that this product of X and Y is possible. So now the first element, that is the element in the first row and the first column of the matrix XY will be 3 multiplied by 5 plus 1 multiplied by 6 plus 0 multiplied by 7. That is, we multiplied the elements in the first row of the matrix X with the corresponding elements of the first column of the matrix Y and then added them. Observe that this is the only element in the first row of the matrix XY. There will not be any other element in the first row because there is only one column in the matrix Y. And now the element A21 of the matrix XY will be 2 multiplied by 5 plus minus 1 multiplied by 6 plus 1 multiplied by 7. So therefore, the matrix xy will be equal to 21 and 11. And now let's make a small observation here. Observe the order of these three matrices x, y and xy. The order of the matrix X is 2 by 3 and the order of the matrix Y is 3 by 1 and the order of the matrix XY is 2 by 1. Observe that the number of rows of the matrix XY is same as the number of rows of the matrix X and the number of columns of the matrix XY is same as the number of columns of the matrix Y. In general, if P and Q are two matrices of order A by B and C by D respectively, then for the product PQ to be feasible, B must be equal to C. Since B is the number of columns of the matrix P, which is the first matrix, and C is the number of rows of the second matrix, which is Q. So, the order of the matrix P is A by B and the order of the matrix Q is B by D. Now, the order of the product matrix, that is PQ, will be A by D, which is the number of rows of the matrix P by number of columns of the matrix Q. So friends, that's all for today. I hope you understood the multiplication of two matrices. Before we end this video, here is a small exercise for you guys. Let us say there are two matrices A and B and both the products, that is AB and BA, are defined. Will the product AB be equal to the product BA? That is, will the commutative property work in the multiplication of matrices? Try to observe this by considering some examples and meet me in the next video. Now, before we end this video, let's quickly summarize what we have learned so far. The product of a scalar and a matrix is the product of the each element in the matrix with that scalar. Two matrices can be added if and only if the order of both those matrices is equal. Two matrices A and B in the same order can be multiplied if and only if the number of columns of the matrix A is equal to the number of rows of the matrix B. In the multiplication of two matrices, we select elements of each row in the first matrix and multiply them with the corresponding elements of each column in the second matrix, and then we add them to get the elements of the product matrix. If the order of a matrix P is A by B and the order of a matrix Q is B by D, then the order of the product matrix PQ will be A by D.